The second enemy, which is desire. Which is desire, the worldly desires that destroy Iman. And over here, it mentions actually 4 desires, but there are so many desires, the worldly desires, like wealth, children. Sometimes we like and we love our wealth and children more than we love Allah, more than we love being with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Oh, I'm so busy. I have to cook the iftar. I have to do this. I have to do that. I don't have time to, to pray. I don't have time to stay up at night. I don't have time, to do this and that. You have to make time. Just like you make time for your job when you go for work. Just like you make time for your children. Just like you make time to be with your friends. You have to make time with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The prayers, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he gave us the prayers, the 5 prayers on time. So we can actually plan our program or our schedule around our prayers, not the other way around. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? So I know that the prayer starts at 1:30 today, our Dhuhr prayer. And I have a job. So I would plan to have my lunchtime maybe at 1:30 so I can pray. And then if it's not Ramadan, I can have my lunch. Does that make sense? At nighttime, it's at Maghrib time, which is like around 8:15, the iftar time. So I'm gonna have a little bit of water, a little bit of dates. I'm gonna pray really quick, and then I'm gonna go and have my dinner. Many people, they like to have their dinner before their prayer. So they delay their prayers, which is not good, which is not bad, but also don't delay it until the next prayer, just make sure that you do it on time, right? So the love of wealth and children increased greediness in all matters. What will happen is, when we love ourselves, when we love our children, when we love, we start being greedy. We want more, we want more, we want more money. Like a person who has a small apartment, 1-bedroom apartment. Oh, I wish I have a bigger apartment so I can have the other room to, to be my office, for example, or I can put more stuff in there and so on. So that's, and then after that, once you get your 2-bedroom apartment, oh, I wish I have a house. And then once you have a house, oh, I wish I have a big house. It never stops. It never stops. We want more, we want more, we want more all the time. Materialistic things. Oh, I love this abaya. Oh, I wish I have a better abaya. I wish I have a fancy abaya, and so on. We want more every time. That's our self. That's the desire. It makes us always running, but we are just like running in an empty circle. Craving for fulfilling the bodily lust, whether being with our loved ones or whether food, that's a lust by itself, food, and even the Prophet ﷺ, he said the most evil thing that you can fill your stomach with is food. Subhanallah. We want to eat food to strengthen ourselves. Do we live to eat or do we eat to live? Think about it. Right? We live to eat. Subhanallah, I don't know, right? Yeah. Also being jealous of others. All these things are worldly things. Worldly things. I want what my friend wants, what they have, They have a really nice car. I wish I have that car. Jealousy, lust. And I talked about this in a different lecture. Desire are never fully satisfied. Whatever you do, the more you take materialistic things, the more you want more. If you are not content with the halal, no amount of haram will fill you up. Never. We'll never do that. Be content with what you have. Sometimes Allah deprives us from wealth because He knows our heart. He knows that if we have a lot of wealth, we will not spend it for the sake of Allah. We will become arrogant. And that's why instead of asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah, why am I not rich like the other people? Why are other people they look to be more happy than me? Allah knows why. and it could be for our best. So we can strive and have more effort to be closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The motive for Islam is strongest in controlling and defeating the whims and desires. So if we have desires, always know the best thing is to come to Islam, is to get closer to Islam, to learn more about Islam. Seeking knowledge is very important. And you will see that if someone, seeking knowledge and they just started to learn the knowledge, you will see that they are arrogant and they're just like, they just want to take the space where they just want to teach, but they don't have the knowledge. They're still new. They're still newbies. SubhanAllah. They're just like the wheat, the wheat stalk, when it's empty, you'll see it like it's standing by itself. And then when the wind comes, it will take it wherever it goes. But when it's heavy, what do you see? You see that it actually bends down. And it's hard when the wind comes and go, it's still strong, it's still standing strong. So become like this wheat that it's heavy, that has wheats inside. Okay? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So become like this wheat. And how do we do that? By gaining knowledge and apply that knowledge on ourselves. Before we start teaching it and preaching it to other people, have the sincerity that you want to do it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I advise myself first before I advise other people. Beware, in the body there is a flesh. If it is sound, the whole body is sound. And if it is corrupt, the whole body is corrupt. And behold, it is the heart. SubhanAllah. So if our heart is right and it doesn't have all these sicknesses that I talked about last time, like the sickness of jealousy, the sickness of sensitivity, the sickness of all these things, then our iman, our faith would be good, because the heart is like, it's like the bed of that iman, the faith. It protects it, and if our heart is bad, then our iman would be bad. It would be decreased. So we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to cleanse our heart and fix our hearts from any diseases of the heart or the soul diseases.